Hi, Captain John Raguso here for the Fisherman magazine, and I'm with Capt from Cobia Boats. We're going to take a look at their brand new 245 center console. Wow. Well, the first thing I'm noticing is that there's a little step up to the helm, which on a 24-foot boat is a very unique and welcome feature. Not everybody's 6'3" like I am, so for the short guys, you now have about an extra 4 inches of visibility, and the higher you're up, the more of the ocean you can see in front of you. A second thing that I'm seeing here too is tempered glass windows, and you've got excellent visibility in a 180-degree arc in front of the boat, which is fantastic. We have a 12-inch Garmin screen, which is standard on this particular boat. And we also have an optional 12-inch Garmin to go with it. If this were my boat, the optional 12-inch screen would be the first thing that I would get, because having the ability to blow things up and to see things in fine detail is certainly leveraged with twin 12-inch screens. Okay, looking at the panel, everything is labeled, very convenient. Twin controls here, spin wheel, adjustable helm, cup holders, everything that you would need to have, including your engine gauge, is all in front of you. Now, this one has an optional joystick.
That's right.
All right. So tell me about this a little bit.
The joystick's just a really nice feature to have when you're docking. Makes docking a breeze. You can just go sideways, forward, back by spinning it and twisting it. Really awesome feature. So we've got storage up here. It's a great spot for wallets, keys, maybe something like that. We've got extra storage up here. Maybe you put life jackets or extra options there. We've got storage cubby here. That's another great spot for odds and ends. And we have your battery storage down here. Those are going to host your 2 crank batteries and your house battery.
And we have a house switching right here for the batteries, for starting and house batteries here. So we have one for the house and one for each engine.
And lastly, we have our 2 glove back storage compartments, which just is more space to store you and your guests' things.
And I think we have a little bit more storage on the backside of this, don't we?
We do.
Let's take a look at that. Kent, why don't you show us what we have going on back here?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a nice tackle station we have here. So you've got a couple of drawers. Up to you what you do with them. And we have some Plano box holders here.
For the standard 3700 series Plano tackle trays. So Kent, an interesting thing that I've noticed with this is that the tubing for the fiberglass T-top is now removed from the floor, which is great, nothing to trip over, and it has a certain design aesthetic, which is very similar to some of the other boats. Why don't you talk to me about this?
Yeah, so on our newest Cobias, we've really modernized the look by adding things like this acrylic window that follows a lot of the lines of the boat. It's shaded for privacy, so somebody's down in the head area you can't see in. But just a really nice upgraded modern look. Gets the like you said, the top framing off the floor, so really widens this area to have a ton of room, or even a big person to walk through here on a 24-foot boat. Really a nice design.
Yeah, it's got a lot of room. There's no doubt about that. What's interesting too is not just a comfort or a safety thing when you're bouncing around in the ocean or in a choppy bay, but when you're doing a fishing trip in the 360-degree dance around the boat itself, there's nothing to trip over. This is, for a 24-foot boat, has some of the best room I've seen for fighting big fish on a boat of this size.
And Cobia is really well known for our hardtops, and this 245cc, they just did a phenomenal job designing it. You got your recessed speakers, recessed lighting. You have a nice actuated window here for ventilation. Nice cooler, plenty of room for your days drinking food. For the head, so you're gonna just open this latch. Swings right open.
Wow.
It's got this nice feature where all you have to do to shut it is click that shut, which is really nice. So when you Walking down here, front entry head is a big deal on a center console to me. I don't like having to enter through the side. It's just much nicer to walk down through here. So plenty of room. I'm almost 6 foot tall. My head's not touching the ceiling. You have everything you need down here. You have your pump out toilet, a sink, freshwater sink. You have some operations here for your trolling motor, and you have your ability to stow your dive ladder here for the tuna door. You also have your breaker panel right here, and you have access to all the backside of your electronics, which is really nice. Lots of space to get back there and do what you need to do.
Cat, one of the things I've noticed, and this is a perfect example, where you have a slight angled recess under the forward cooler, where you're not going to stub your toes as you work around, whether you're walking around just normally or if you're fighting a fish. One of the things that's dominating my view right now is the raised bench seating that's got some adjustable backs. Why don't you show us how that works?
This is actually an upgraded backrest here that we've designed, and really cool how it works. You pull straight up and fold it out, and it's really nice how that works. You can easily sit down and have a nice place to rest when you're riding.
This forward section here is great if you're casting or if you want another place to sit. But if I'm fighting a big tuna, I'm going to need to pull that out of there. And look how easy that is. And now what I can do, I could step up, put my legs into it, fight a fish right around the bow. That is an outstanding feature for a 24-foot boat. You will find that on few, if no boats in this Cobia's class. Yet other features on this feature-rich boat would be the anchor locker forward. I see a windlass here. Would this be an optional windlass?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have the through stem enclosure if you want it straight up. But if you want the benefit of a windlass, the windlass plugs right into the mix. And it's really a hands-off experience when you're anchoring.
We also have a saltwater washdown up there, so you can rinse off
that rod and chain when it's coming back into the hold. Convenience of cup holders in the front. And we have a spot here where we could mount a swivel for a trolling motor. In this case, we have a Garmin 90-incher. Let's take a look back here. Obviously, we've got a few things going on. We've got 2 rod holders in the corners of the transom cap. We've got what looks like about a 30-gallon recirculating live well. And then we have a
trash bin
that pulls out that allows access to the fuel filters.
When it's time to sit down, flips right up. That's your backrest portion. And then your seat flips right out. So you have a nice seat. The ride back here, it's nice and dry, centered.
One of the things that I really like about the way this boat is set up is the fact that the triple wide cushion for the bench folds inwards. So when you're working the cockpit with fish and chum and blood and guts, and fish are snapping and hooks are flying, they're not going to go into the cushions. Let's take a look at this starboard door that we have, which is a new feature on this boat.
Absolutely. Opens up really easily. All you have to do, turn the latch, open it up. We've got a great magnet feature.
And what's great about this feature, sure, you can get off the aft side of the boat, but now you also have an option to ingress and egress the boat from the starboard side of midships, which can be very convenient when pulling up to a sandbar, a waterside restaurant, or at your dock.
Yeah, one other thing that's great too is how well sealed the boat is. You don't have any water that comes in when you get hit by a wave from the side of the boat or in a crosswind.
This is a 24-footer that thinks it's a 26-footer, because it's certainly got the features and the accoutrements and the details of something that's way above its weight class. I would have no question in my mind that if somebody wanted to go out to 50 fathoms and back, I would take this boat out there in a heartbeat. It's certainly got the capability, it's got the style, it's got the features and accessories that'll make things happen. The optional rides, I think, are a great capability. It's got true 360-degree fishability. If you're in the market for a 25 foot center console, this is certainly one boat that I would definitely check out.
I've spent some time fishing this boat offshore, and between the ride and just the complete fishability of every feature on this boat, it's a fantastic option in the 24-foot class. One other thing I'd like to encourage you to do is head over to cobiaboats.com and try out our Build-A-Boat feature. There's lots of different ways you can customize this boat to make it your own. From color choices to options, you can see the colors change right before your eyes on our Build-A-Boat. So definitely go over and check it out, cobiaboats.com, or head to your dealer for more information.